Good life, gals. It is so good to be back with you in our favorite residential living area. As I'm recording this, we've just finished up our first full week of class, and I, for one, am so ready to be in a consistent routine. If you don't recognize my voice, that's totally okay. My name is Emma Stravers, and I'm the lead RA in this building. If you don't know me, you will probably see me around. And if you do know me, hello, how are you? Anyways, we are starting something brand new, and I am so excited about it. It's a relaxed way to get to know your peers and learn something new about the people right in front of you. Know and Be Known is going to be a weekly mini podcast with stories from these very halls, encouraging you to look beyond the surface and see experiences that differ from your own. This week, instead of diving straight into someone else's story, I thought I'd start by sharing my own. That way, you all can get a feel for the podcast and let me know if you have something to share. But before we get into it, let's hear a word from our sponsors. This episode has been brought to you by Open House. Open House is a 5-time-a-week, 3-hour window where you and your best guy friend can hang inside Buena Vida. Living the good life on the east side is typically just for gals, but guys are welcome to experience glimpses of the best hall on campus during Open House. See the signs outside of the hallway for more info. Thanks, Open House, for sponsoring this episode of Know and Be Known. Episode 1. The Art Curator. I grew up going to dance lessons and coming home to my brothers blasting music and making covers. I drew countless faceless eyeballs with my best friend and read like if I stopped, the characters would cease to exist. I surrounded myself with art, yet had little understanding of that term. I would come home from school excited about all the things I saw, heard, and did that day, and I'd race to my dad to tell him all about it. But when I spoke, I would get consistently stuck on one word. It would go something like this. Dad, today Chloe and I went to dance class and my teacher gave us a new song and we learned a new move and my excitement prohibited me from telling my stories. And my dad, stubborn about stutters, would say to me, if you say "and" one more time, I'm not listening to the rest of your story. I learned quickly to think before I rambled on. As early as my days in tiny tutus, I was enthralled by the beauty of the lives around me. Art now, to me, is as simple as a means of human expression. It exists in so many different and beautiful forms to portray what it means to be human. For example, Olivia Rodrigo's album, Sour, immediately transported me to my teenage years. A tattoo of the kiss, a painting by Gustav Klimt on my friend's ribcage flooded me with the feeling of a deep, true, irreplaceable love that is put together in pieces. My classmate's senior solo at my 8th grade dance recital was the first time depression was described to me, and she didn't have to speak a word. Art is pieces of stories which are bits of human life. I don't paint or draw. I'm a mediocre singer, and my writing varies in quality. I was a good actress, but found it to be quite draining, and I was never flexible enough to be a prima ballerina. But all along, I've been a storyteller. I have long seen the art in the lives around me, and I excitedly share in the passions of the people I encounter. I like to think of myself as an art curator instead of an artist. I see the value in the entirety of the artist's works, but I get to choose which pieces to display to accentuate the power of the exhibit. In the end, that's what I'm hoping this mini podcast will be about. I'm hoping we can collectively hear each other's stories and encourage each other in our passions, making Buena Vida a community of empowerment. I want us to know each other's stories and push them further into the lives we've dreamed of, starting right here with the people we're physically closest to. If you have stories to share, please connect with your RA, and I would love to chat with you. I want to join you on your journey and share it with fellow students so that we can truly live up to the theme of Buena Vida this year. Know and be known. Until next week, keep living the good life.